Vale, muy buenas jugones y jugonas, ¿qué tal estáis? Estamos aquí otra vez en la Super Room. Y nada, como... no sé eso qué es. Vale. Como podéis ver, vamos a acabar con Bastion para poder dar paso a nuevas series. Y bueno, lo dicho, espero que os guste y que lo disfrutemos y vamos a darle cañita. ¡No! Continuar. Mantén RT para forzar y fijar tu objetivo en objetivos cercanos. Muy bien.
Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel.
Es verdad. Una joyita
All
más.
that trouble for a single shard. But you know what?
Valió
It
la
was
pena.
worth it.
Muy bien. Ah, mira, hacia.
That gator's a crazy gal. But so is the gal who promised to look after her.
Mira, mira. Mira cómo nos sigue. Mola un montón. Vale.
We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances.
Perdí esto. Madre mía, sí que he perdido cosas yo. Sí que he perdido, sí que he perdido. A ver, pues nada. Esto no vamos a apoyar nada. Destilería. Ah, sí, Tina, tenemos un nivel 5. Una probabilidad de continuar en caso de derrota. Daños enemigos en caso de derrota. 100 de probabilidad de daño crítico. 30 la velocidad al defenderte. Defensa.
Cinder brick stout sure goes down smooth, then stays in your gut like a rock.
A volar.
The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds.
Fragmento. Campo. Esto son pruebas. Tengo que ir aquí, a la punta. Los Sura vivieron bajo tierra durante siglos. Es una extensa red subterránea conocida como los terminales. Curioso.
Know how Ceylandia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine. If the wild could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
La carabina.
Might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check.
Oh, que me enveneno.
Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done. Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works.
Oh,
Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks. Grand rails all grown over with things the Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
Vale, cúbrete, cúbrete. Buena, buena. ¡Oh, oh!
Kid lets a few of them slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place.
No!
Lost many good men on the rail.
Oh, menos mal. A ver que no, creo que seguirá bien. Oh, menos mal. A ver que creo que seguirá bien. Sí, se oye bien.
Takes fancy footwork on the rail, what with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere.
¿Hacia arriba o hacia abajo? Vamos a probar por aquí. La música mola un montón, es muy chula. Perdón del coraje.
Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple.
Una parra manzana. Parra manzana. Vaya nombre.
Of course, the Grand Rail's seen much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ceylonian War.
Maestro, el coche me lo llevo mañana.
Vale.
Déjame las llaves.
Un segundo. A ver, es derecha. Ahí. Vale, a ver. Sí, vamos a dejar la carabina y el machete. Pero es que este vamos a cambiarlo. Vamos a poner la granada. Así, para cortar.
It was right here that Zolf's forefathers decided to mix it up.
Pero uno no elige dónde...
Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad.
Pues sí, un poquito estuvo mal. A ver, por aquí...
The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs.
Lamento.
Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While shooting a genuine registered army carbine? While choking on swamp weed? while peckers trying to prick you in the eye. Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun.
Mira ese combo. Wow. Algo hemos cogido, algo elegante.
But then at last, it's the end of the line. He'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you. At first, he thinks it's Zulf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham.
Pam. ¿Cómo que pam? ¿Qué es pam?
When the kid comes to, the man's long gone. But something else is there.
Pero hay algo más. Al parecer está escrita por Zul, que seguramente encontró otro suficiente Ura para que entregara. Quizás Zul le transmitiera hacia conocimiento suficiente de su lengua nativa para poder leer esto. Algo elegante, mejora de material para la carabina. Organizador, si funciona como un reloj, se utiliza en el pasado para el trabajo y el uso. Estos muelles y dudas podrían aprovechar.
The only words kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note.
Correcto.
That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf.
Yo no iría, pero bueno.
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
Vale.
They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't.
No, la verdad es que no.
Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him. Machete and carbine still go well together, just like in the war.
Otro más.
It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place.
Ole.
The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. That's the way to make every shot count. That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep. Ain't never letting go of his old friend with a sturdy grip like that. The shards are getting harder to find.
Caldero de Colford. Vamos allá. No tienen que quedar muchos trozos, así que vamos al lío y a ver si lo acabamos. Voy a poner el siguiente móvil, si no me...
Not everything blew up in the calamity. Colford cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron.
Puede de fuego.
That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands. Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. The taste of air so hot it sticks to your lungs. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them.
Mira cómo los quema. Oh, que da gusto.
The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. Place as inhospitable as they come. But still we pressed on. After all, when we look down inside Colford Cauldron, look down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity. We had to have it.
Estoy
As for the kid,
límite no.
he
Oh,
just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Johnson Bog. Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron. Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path.
¡Oh! ¡Qué bueno
Biggest
monte!
stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Pops open on him like a pimple on a school day.
Pues no ha durado.
Where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city.
¡Vámonos!
The fire's died out. There's nothing left of it.
Ya no queda nada. Te quedan pocos e intentan completar las vigías en el punto del homenaje. Oh.
It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney.
Otro
The
monumento.
shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again. Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends. We could have a fine old cookout with that stuff. Too bad that's not the plan. At least it won't get cold around here with that thing around.
Me lo creo.
Sometimes a single look says it all. He ain't all that shy. Finders keepers. Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails,
Vámonos.
but the benefits are worth it.
Monte Zan se encuentra entre los restos de una montaña sagrada. En su día estaba repleta de plantas y animales. Vámonos. Los toquetes son anfibios que marcan su territorio y llevan unas cáscaras de huevo en la cabeza.
Can't rightly call Mount Zand a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. Good thing for those beasts the Calamity saved leftovers. We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard. The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own. Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean.
Pues yo creo que no. Pero bueno. ¡Vamos! No, no funciona. Por aquí. ¡Ah!
It's a delicate situation. There's only one kind of mercy left these days. What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves.
Vamos.
Takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking. Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our bastion is everybody's gain, not just ours. Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place.
Vaya, a echar la peste.
They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have.
¿En serio?
Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have. We just really need their shard. Kid got it fair and square. That's the way.
¡Oh! siento.
done what's best for him, don't you worry.
No sé
Don't
yo
you
qué decirte.
worry.
Visita la oficina de objetos perdidos y consigue habilidades secretas para las nuevas armas.
We'll all be better off once the Bastion is complete. The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
Pues ahora.
It wasn't fixed, it was unbroken. Fix that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier.
Más rápido.
The culture. A still life of old unwanted keepsakes.
1500 me han dado. Bueno.
Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective. The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection. Walk by a kid with a machete and a mortar, you just keep on walking. That mortar's gonna leave a lasting impression. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight.
¡Bien!
They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now.
Esta.
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
Vamos a la cantera. Uy. Era un poquito de agua.
Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Zealandia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes burstone quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, rattletails. Why would the Ura put up with those pests?
Aparece por aquí. Aquí, por
The
aquí.
quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nesting in those rocks. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things. They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in. wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks would call on them. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? Might be the gods told them the quarry's bad news. The Ura always were a superstitious lot. On top of that, you know the Ura hated anything above ground. In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend.
Has matado a mi amigo.
Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen. The largest ones, you know as cores. Single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district. The smaller ones, we call them shards. A shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland. Hard times in the quarry these days. Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive things stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Burstone Quarry is Sir Lunky's head. His big fat rump's plenty tough too, but so is a kid. could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone. Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. Are you alright? It says.
Oh, no me caes bien.
The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back. Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred. If that's the way it is, he says, then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will.
Chul descubrió los orígenes del gran ejército sin interpretar el diario que hacía recibido de su padre.
Say what you will about Zolf, but he's a man of his word.
¡Ostras!
His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Zolf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back.
Ah, ¿tiene puerta trasera?
I should have told him sooner about all this. Unfortunately, they broke in, and they started digging their holes. Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away at this place. We tried to stop them, but we needed help. Kid's hurting bad, and no help's in sight. Our little squirt, he don't make it. The Ura think they got him. They're wrong. Somehow, some way, he sends those Ura packing. Problem is, it didn't matter. Zolf's plan worked.
Como que el plan de Zul ha funcionado.
We find each other as the dust settles. Then I tell him why the Ura came. To get us back. For the calamity. It was Ceylandia's master plan to wipe the Ura out.
Ostras.
But part of that plan backfired, didn't it? If only Zolf knew the whole story. What else is there to say? The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. The Mercy. The windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot. Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve. Black rye's like hot pineapple chowder on a cold day. Brings back memories. The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild. Points just don't get any sharper than that. He's made a right comfortable bed for all those bullets. Want to stay alive in the wilds, pack a pair of pistols and a good blade. The city, its riches nothing but fragments now.
Falta un arma, pero no sé cuál es.
The Ura swooped down from the east. At least now we know the way.
Vamos al final ya.
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand. Zolf said the calamity failed, and he's right. The Uras stand as living proof of that. At the heart of the calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me. We sought solutions far beyond the city. We traveled near as far as the kid's going right now.
O sea, viajaron hasta aquí y no encontraron nada. Pues vaya.
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit. Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people. It came from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist named Ven.
El arreglo. Día 3
Ven worked for the Mansers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer. With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone.
Ni dormir lo dejan, al pobre.
This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort. But Van didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own. He sabotaged the Mancers' little science project, set it to blow up in their faces. Imagine how Van must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger. But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard. Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front.
Ay, por Dios.
For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off. First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing.
Cia nos necesita. Ah, era Ben.
The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already.
Pues explícamelo porque no me entero.
We ain't much for pleasantries. The slingers, the wilds, what they're calling. On the inside, a fire bellows ain't nothing like its more popular air-spitting cousin. There's something we had to do before going after that last shard.
Pues creo que este es el final.
Well, now it's personal, ain't it?
No sé qué
It's
arma.
personal for him, and it's personal for me. They never saw him coming. He gets his hands on the care package I sent him. It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time. The found a way to keep the calamity from spreading through Sultan's Hollow. They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy, even. They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the calamity rocks slink back into the ground. Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now.
Venga, va el carrusel.
They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid. Those rodents are just a bump in the road. It's not the time to get reckless.
Perdón.
By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. Those calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside.
Me ha quedado hasta bonitito, chavales.
The Ura keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther. Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid. They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong. Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it. That makes us different from our people now, don't it? Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over.
Pues no.
Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better. Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew.
Nunca te puedes fiar de todos. Completado. Un poquito de pollito asado.
Zolf, the Ura, they have every reason to be angry. Beyond angry. As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns. There's nothing standing in his way no more. He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon. Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people.
Ah, que fue sola. Vale, vale, ya lo pillé.
You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true.
Vale, yo sí. Vaya usted, vale.
They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back. The country, she's all to pieces now, but still looking good. The conscience, we haven't lost everything, long as we have that. I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember?
Ya, pero quería saber tu opinión, hombre, ya que eres un sabio.
No matter what he's gonna face out there, it'll burn. First step to learning the Calamity Cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides. Taught him an old trick from a galleon gunner I once knew. Without an insulated air intake, that thing's liable to blow up on you. Even the army never issued carbines in such fine shape. To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight. Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over. The Tassel terminals, all that's left of the Ura civilization, and the last stop on his little journey.
Última parada, chicos. Fin del juego.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away.
A ver, un segundito. Que hay una cosa. Pum, 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 pum. Que lo he dejado. ¿Qué ha pasado? Ahora.
But he'll be all right. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home.
Menos mal que le he puesto la pica mejorada, porque sabía que esto iba a pasar.
The calamity hit the Tassel terminals hardest of all. You know why Zolf went back there.
Pues no.
The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? Well, all of us are waiting for a kid.
Oh.
Look around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right? But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete.
Hola.
This disease the Arab planet here will go away.
Muy bien.
Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal.
¡Oh! Tío, ¿en serio? ¡No! Bueno, reiniciar área.
No telling where the kid is now. But he'll be all right. Just needs to get that shard from Zulf and come on home. The calamity hit the Tazzle terminals hardest of all. You know why Zulf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the calamity. Zulf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? Well, all of us are waiting for a kid. Look around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right? Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. What happens to Zulf will no longer matter.
Vale.
Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right. Problem is, we'll all be gone.
¿Cómo?
Oh, we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop.
Hombre, a ver, no me ha hecho mucha gracia, pero bueno.
Things will go back to the way they used to be. That's the power of the Bastion. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity. The way things were before this story. You be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way. setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at them.
Madre mía. Esto no va a acabar bien para nadie. ¡Oh!
No mistakes. Anyone you've ever heard. Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Well.
Pero, ¿te acordarás de ellos?
I guess there's nothing more to say.
Bueno. Buah, tío, qué bajonaco, tío. Final.
Who am I kidding? Look. There's something else. A confession. How come I know so much about the Bastion?
Eso es cierto.
Well, I designed the place. But that's beside the point. There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it.
Somos los conejillos de India.
So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing? The answer is...
Oh.
I don't know.
No lo sabe. Guau, chaval. Qué putada.
You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's all right. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us.
Ay.
Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around.
Oye, cómo mola lo del saltito este.
The weight of the calamity. It's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go. Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking. If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here.
Esta es la técnica del palito loco. Palito loco. Malandrín. Malandrín.
Heavy, ain't it?
Un poquito. Pero bueno, está fuerte. Está el chaval ahí como yo.
No going back.
Está como un toro.
Ever.
Gracias, estaré aquí toda la semana.
That way, all of us could leave the city.
O sea, te da la opción de
Together.
o detonar el núcleo o salvarlos.
You know, Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you?
¡Chaquetero!
Zolf and the Ura. All they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Celandia.
Yo qué sé, tío, es como...
He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kids. For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter. It ain't a simple matter of pride either. One thing's for sure, the Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
A ver. Es que soy bueno, venga, va. Recojo.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight.
Hacia abajo era un interruptor.
Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be all right.
Oh, qué bonita.
You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
Menos mal que no tengo vida, ¿no?
See your star, you left it burning for me. Mother, I'm here. Eyes open wide. Feel your heart.
Kid's probably dealt was off by now. It reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days?
Tras el perder el control del destino, Rux pasa el tiempo contando historias hacia.
Hey, kid.
Wake up, kid.
Get up, kid.
Está ya.
Come on, that ain't funny. I say get up. That's more like it.
Esto.
Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see. Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions.
You made it. Zulf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed.
Vale, yo lo entiendo.
When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up. So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes. If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world.
Hey, kid. Don't let anything you've done get to you. You could save all those creatures here and now. You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it.
Te la has ganado. Se dura.
Zulf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him. Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore. You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget,
Thank you.
thank you.
¿No puedo salir? Bueno, son los dos fases finales que tiene el juego. En la anterior te dejaba elegir si querías rescatar a Azul o llevarte la efigie. Yo elegí a Azul. Y como somos legales, el mundo tiene que volver a su estado. No tenemos por qué vivir solos en la Tierra. Así que todo vuelva a crearse. Y que sea el fin para nosotros. Es lo que hay, chicos.
It's finished. Now, sit tight. It'll be over soon. No matter what happens next, you're done good. I suppose all that's left is to try and remember this moment. The Bastion's gonna take us back to a better time. Before any of this. Might be we'll forget everything you've done. And each other. Though after all we've been through, I find that hard to believe. So long, kid. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Celandia, we're coming home.
Muy bueno, tío. Qué bonita tocando la arpa. ¿No vas motivado que te vas a cargar la caja? Ay, el fantasmita. Hostia, qué bueno. Super Giant Games quiere darle las gracias a sus familiares y amigos por sus apoyos. Nunca hubiéramos podido crear este juego. Muchos juegos están haciéndose así, tío. Y eso, bueno, este ya estaba hecho hace ya, este del 2011. Y, tío, eso es muy bonito, tío. Ya está, no tiene más. Bueno, a ver. Espero que os haya gustado, la verdad. A mí me ha gustado. Yo lo había jugado hace ya bastantes años en la 360. Sí, tenía razón, Blari. Y nada, se lo he pedido prestado a mi hermano en lo de la biblioteca de Steam. Y bueno, ya visteis la primera parte. Y con esta terminamos ya. Cerramos este, que nos teníamos pendiente. El siguiente directo ya será o el viernes o el sábado. Lo anunciaré por Twitter. Y de todas formas ¿qué es? Mañana o así. Mañana subiré un vídeo cortito explicando un poco la... Sí, mañana voy a subir un vídeo corto explicando un poquito sobre lo que tendréis que tener para el sorteo, ¿vale? De unos regalos que va a haber. Y nada, espero que os haya gustado. Y nada, pues así poquito a poco vamos a ir acabando las series. Y lo dicho, muchas gracias a todos y nos vemos en el próximo Jugones y Jugonas. Hasta pronto.